The unexpected cold morning sun filtered through the tall windows of the Grand Metropolitan Hotel, casting long golden streaks across the marble lobby floor. Maya Chen pushed her cleaning cart quietly down the carpeted hallway of the 15th floor, her footsteps muffled by the thick burgundy carpet that ran the length of the corridor. She had been working at the hotel for 3 years now, invisible to most guests who hurried past in their expensive suits and designer shoes. Maya preferred it that way. The daughter of Chinese immigrants, she had always been more comfortable blending into the background, speaking only when spoken to, keeping her head down and her work impeccable. The hotel was her sanctuary in a way. Each room told a story through the items left behind, the way beds were slept in, the coffee cups abandoned on nightstands. She moved through these spaces like a gentle ghost, restoring order and cleanliness with careful, practiced hands. Maya's English was good enough for her daily tasks, but she still felt self-conscious about her accent. Her parents had worked double shifts at their small restaurant to pay for her education, but somewhere along the way, she had lost confidence in her voice. Speaking up felt dangerous, like drawing unwanted attention to herself. As she approached room 1542, Maya noticed a "Do Not Disturb" sign hanging from the polished brass handle. She paused, checking her watch. It was nearly noon, well past the usual checkout time. She decided to wait, settling her cart against the wall and organizing her supplies while she gave the guest a few more minutes. The hallway was unusually quiet. That Tuesday morning, most of the business travelers had checked out early, leaving behind the calm stillness that Maya cherished. She was adjusting the fresh towels in her cart when a phone began ringing insistently from inside room 1542. Ring after ring echoed through the door. Maya glanced around the empty hallway, uncertain. The ringing continued, urgent and persistent. After what felt like several minutes, she heard fumbling sounds from inside the room, then a man's voice, groggy and confused. "Hello? Hello?" The voice was deep, with an American accent, but there was no response from the other end. The man tried again, louder this time. "Can anyone hear me?" Maya realized what was happening. The guest was struggling with a language barrier. She had seen this before: international business calls where neither party could communicate effectively. Her heart began to race as she recognized the familiar frustration in the man's voice. Without thinking, Maya knocked gently on the door. "Excuse me, sir. Do you need help?" "Yes, please. Come in." The door's unlocked. Maya hesitated for a moment, then slowly opened the door. The room was dimly lit, curtains drawn against the afternoon sun. A tall man in his 40s sat on the edge of the bed, his dark hair disheveled, still in yesterday's wrinkled dress shirt. He looked exhausted, holding the hotel phone with a defeated expression. "I'm sorry to bother you," Maya said quietly. "I heard the phone ringing. Are you having trouble with a call?" The man looked up at her with relief. "Yes. I think it's someone calling from China. My company has been trying to close an important deal, but I can't understand what they're saying, and they don't seem to speak English. I've been up all night, preparing for this call." Maya could see the stress etched in the lines around his eyes. Important business deals, she realized, could change people's lives. "Would you like me to help translate? Would you? That would be incredible. I'm David Harrison, by the way." "Maya Chen," she replied with a small bow of her head. David handed her the phone, and Maya listened carefully to the rapid Mandarin coming through the speaker. The caller was Mr. Wang from Beijing, explaining that there had been a misunderstanding about the contract terms. He was calling to clarify several points before the deal could move forward. For the next 20 minutes, Maya became a bridge between two worlds. She translated David's questions about manufacturing timelines and quality standards, then carefully conveyed Mr. Wang's responses about shipping logistics and payment terms. Her voice grew stronger and more confident as she realized how crucial her role was in this conversation. David watched her with growing amazement. Maya's professional demeanor and precise translation skills revealed a sharp intelligence that had been hidden beneath her quiet exterior. She wasn't just translating words. She was explaining cultural nuances and business practices that helped both parties understand each other better. When the call finally ended, David was beaming. "Maya, You just saved a multi-million-dollar deal. I can't thank you enough. Maya felt a warm flush of pride, but she quickly gathered her composure. I'm glad I could help, Mr. Harrison. I should get back to my work now. Wait, David said, pulling out a business card. What's your background? Where did you learn to handle business translations like that? Maya hesitated. I studied international business in college, but, well, I needed a job, and this one was available. David studied her thoughtfully. Would you be interested in discussing other opportunities? My company could use someone with your skills. Maya felt her heart skip. She had dreamed of using her education, but had never imagined the opportunity would come from answering a phone call in a hotel room. The next morning, Maya was cleaning the lobby when she heard her name called over the hotel's intercom system. Her supervisor, Mrs. Patterson, approached her with an unusual expression. Maya, you have a visitor at the front desk. A Mr. Harrison? He's asking for you specifically. Maya's hands trembled slightly as she walked to the front desk. David Harrison stood there in a crisp navy suit, no longer the disheveled businessman from yesterday. He smiled warmly when he saw her. Maya, I've been thinking about our conversation yesterday. I spoke with my partners, and we'd like to offer you a position as our Asian markets liaison. You'd be helping us communicate with our partners in China, Japan, and other countries. The salary would be, well, significantly more than what you're making now. Maya felt the world shift around her. This couldn't be real. I know it's sudden, David continued, but yesterday showed me that sometimes the right person appears exactly when you need them. You have skills that can't be taught: cultural understanding, linguistic ability, and the intelligence to handle complex business situations under pressure. Maya thought of her parents, still working long hours at their restaurant. She thought of her own dreams, carefully folded away like unused linens in a closet. I would be honored to accept, Mr. Harrison. As Maya walked back through the hotel lobby for the last time as a cleaner, she realized that sometimes the smallest acts of kindness, offering help to a stranger, can open doors to futures we never imagined possible. 3 months later, Maya sat in a glass-walled conference room on the 30th floor of a downtown skyscraper, facilitating a video call between executives in New York and Shanghai. Her voice was clear and confident now, her translations precise and culturally sensitive. She thought of that quiet Tuesday morning when a ringing phone had changed everything. Sometimes, she reflected, the most important conversations begin with simply being willing to help.